Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Stephanie White made a mistake with Caitlin Clark's first injury, and now her return can take longer. Bad news are surrounding the Indiana Fever for a long time, and they do not seem to go away. Now, head coach Stephanie White has admitted that Caitlin Clark's first time back from injury may not have been well handled, and now, the expected time for the return of the young star could be longer. In a talk noted by Essentially Sports, White shared that Clark, who had been out with a groin injury, got to play again in June but had not trained enough. This choice, meant to bring back the team's top player, might have actually slowed her full recovery. She got no time to train. That was wrong. This round, we're going to be more careful, White said, pointing out that Clark's early comeback skipped the steps needed after such injuries. A costly return. Clark, who was top pick in the 2024 WNBA draft and a key new player to watch, joined in again in early July after missing several games. But it quickly caught attention that she was still not well. Her pain came back, and she had to stop playing, this time, with no set time to return. The Fever first thought Clark could be back for the Commissioner's Cup, or at least for the All-Star break, but now even that looks less likely. Now, White along with the team doctors are taking careful time, so her return might wait until mid or even late August. Prioritizing Heath over media coverage, White now aims to make sure Clark is free from pain and the media eye, ready to competitively play without new injuries. She will slowly get back to full contact drills and get her strong game over time. We want to make sure she gets her rhythm, gets her reps. It's about setting her up for long-term success, White noted. This new way shows what they learned from rushing Clark's return before. With groin injuries often tricky and hard to come back, the Fever now put long health over quick wins. Clark's absence, a notorious impact. Without Clark, Indiana, which relied a lot on her offensive production, has felt a decrease in their play style. Players like Lexi Hull and Christy Wallace had pushed on in these past games without her, but filling Clark's space on the team is hard, even though the team is doing great collectively. Yet, by being careful, they could be avoiding more problems later. A Clark in full health and shape for the last games of the season could be crucial. Them reaching the playoffs matters way more than bringing her back too soon, and even more with the risk of losing her for all the season. While there's no set time for her return, it seems Clark will need a few more weeks before she can play. Her recovery will have a set training plan, medical evaluations every day, and increased practice intensity. As for now, Stephanie White and the Fever coaches will keep adjusting the team play without their main player, hoping that when Clark arrives back, it lasts. To learn more about Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever or anything related to the WNBA and other sports, Marca.com is still your trusted media outlet. You can find the latest news in our webpage. Stay tuned in order to not miss out on anything. Stephanie White's misstep. How mishandling Caitlin Clark's injury may delay her comeback. Caitlin Clark, the generational phenom who has taken the WNBA by storm, was meant to be a lightning bolt of transformation for the Indiana Fever. With her electric shooting, unmatched court vision, and record-breaking collegiate legacy, Clark's presence was a promise of a franchise resurrection. But just as the Fever began gaining momentum, an unexpected detour emerged. An injury to Clark that now threatens to stall both her personal rise and the team's hopeful turnaround. And at the center of the storm sits Stephanie White, the seasoned head coach of the Indiana Fever. White has been both praised and questioned for her handling of the rookie superstar. While coaching a team full of young, promising talent is no easy feat, her recent decisions around Clark's initial injury have ignited a wave of scrutiny, and perhaps, rightfully so. The beginning, a minor knock or a warning sign. Clark first complained of discomfort during a regular season game that many viewed as a routine fixture. She had taken a few hard bumps throughout the night, nothing out of the ordinary in a league where physical play is the norm. But viewers noted something off. She was slower to get up, more hesitant on her cuts, and her signature explosive sprints were missing. Still, Coach White and the Fever staff allowed Clark to remain in the game. Post-game, when asked about Clark's apparent discomfort, White brushed it off as fatigue and normal rookie wear and tear. She's a warrior, White told reporters. Caitlin knows her body, and she said she was good to go. But beneath the surface, something wasn't sitting right. Analysts flagged her minutes load, averaging among the highest in the league, as concerning. While Clark never publicly complained, insiders whispered that she had been playing through pain for over a week. The injury that shouldn't have happened. It was during a matchup against the Connecticut Sun when the worst occurred. Midway through the second quarter, Clark made a sharp plant and twisted awkwardly. She immediately reached for her lower leg, an unmistakable sign that something had gone terribly wrong. The crowd fell silent. The bench stood frozen, and Coach White looked on, perhaps realizing that what was once dismissed as fatigue might have been a ticking time bomb. Clark was helped off the court and ruled out for the remainder of the game. An MRI later confirmed a stress-related injury, not catastrophic, but significant enough to sideline her indefinitely. The timeline for her return? Initially listed as week to week. Now, as days stretch into weeks, her status remains murky. The backlash begins. Fans erupted online. WNBA Twitter lit up with fury and frustration, not just over the injury, but how it had been managed. Many pointed fingers directly at Stephanie White. She played her into the ground, one fan tweeted. Clark's been limping for 2 games, and they just ignored it. Another added. Even prominent voices in the basketball community weighed in. Former players like Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi spoke cautiously, but critically, emphasizing the need to protect young talent, especially a high-profile rookie like Clark. She's not just the future of the Fever, said Bird on a podcast. She's a pillar of the WNBA's growth. You don't take risks with that.